Hello, YouTube. How's everyone doing today? Was not a good day. Good morning for me. Work called. Was not lined up or set up to catch anything, but get called. The way everything's set up with contracts and stuff. I got called as a brakeman, basically someone who helps the conductor out on a job, and it goes by seniority. Technically, they're supposed to call the highest seniority job the way that the contract reads, but they tried to call it off the extra board, and to get to this job, it's 2.5 hours, and I didn't like the conductor I'd be working with, so I kind of turned the call down. Usually, we don't get to turn calls down, but it was kind of nice being able to turn a call down today. But it really just pissed me off. They called me at 5 in the morning asking me if I wanted to work when I don't know. They didn't know, but just aggravating. I've been doing some house duties today, dishes, laundry, stuff along those lines. So, haven't taken a shower, not yet at least. They're going to be going over 5. I feel like that 10 can sometimes be too much, and you have a lot of redundancy in the lists. Even though it is good because you can pick a lot. You can pick 5, double. But anyways, I have an honorable mention in here. I'll get that out of the way first. 5 easy-to-wear perfumes. Now, there's times, myself included, I just want an easy-to-wear perfume. And this all got started on a topic, another video that I'm probably going to be doing today. And I was sitting here, what was it? Bobby Dior. Bobby Ono. Bobby, Big Bob. Put a link to his channel in the description and the comments below. He posted a video about candy. It had a couple gourmand fragrances, and it had a Fab Delicious, Dior Fab Delicious from the Dior Privé line. And I said, subtle flex with the cap on that Dior bottle or something like that, because the C and the D were separate, not conjoining together, which means it's an older formulation. And that's one fragrance I wish I would have bought a full bottle of. And then I got to thinking, well, Tonka Imperial is too. Another friend, Rudy, that's the wind blowing out there. I kept seeing something move, but it's moving the flowers. But he has, I'm not really sure, a Tonka Imperial old style bottle for sale. And has it for a really good price, especially compared to what others are selling for. I just don't want to spend that much money on a bottle of perfume right now. And it's nothing against Rudy. I mean, there's no bad blood, nothing like that. Nothing like, you're trying to this. No. I mean, he has it listed as, or maybe he might still. I'm not sure if he still has the bottle, but had it listed for a very reasonable price, especially what they're going for now, which is absolutely outrageous what some of them are going for now. I talk about car dealerships and different people, and I've mentioned construction businesses in the past. Sorry, this is killing me how this right here set up. About them being dirty and stuff. Let me tell you who really are dirty. Perfume resellers. I mean, just some greedy people. Rudy is not one of them. But it's some really greedy people. It's I won't say sickening, but it's really bad. But Tonka Imperial and Fab Delicious is 2 of the fragrances I wish I would have bought. Just because I had a original formulation sample of my Fab Delicious, but over the years I just wore it, and it's a very small amount in the bottle. And I'm not asking to buy anything right now. I really don't need to be spending any money on perfume. Maybe over the summer I'll try to find a bottle. But anyways, it led me to think, well, and I've stated before I like Fab Delicious better than I do Tonka Imperial. And that's because Fab Delicious is a little bit easier of a wear than Tonka Imperial. Tonka Imperial really is an all-day fragrance. And I mean like not an 8-hour day. I mean like like a 16-hour day fragrance to really get the full effect of it. You know, the opening, mid, base, dry down, all that stuff. It just takes, it's exquisitely done, but it just takes forever to really, you know, get the whole effect of the fragrance. And that's why I've always liked Fab Delicious a little bit better, because it is a little bit more linear. I'm not saying it's extremely linear, but I think it's an easier wear. It is a little bit more mass appealing. And it can be fun to wear. You know, you can wear it to something formal, something fun. I'll never forget the first time I really wore it. I was in high school. These videos are way longer than they need to be. I'm sorry. But I was in high school, and we went to this college volleyball slash dorm party slash just anything, you know, and being, you know, a junior in high school going to a college party, it was like, oh man, you know, we're pretty cool. You know, we didn't get invited, we just showed up. But anyways, that was and I wore Fab Delicious, and I'll never forget a guy saying, I don't know who that is, but they smell great. And I knew it was me. But anyways, that's what got me on this topic of 5 easy reach fragrances. And I might be doing a video of 5 fragrances. I wish I would have bought, maybe turned some people on who are financially well off onto those fragrances, but you know, we'll worry about that another day. Anyways, honorable mention is Paco Rabanne Phantom EDT. I got this as a gift from a family member. So I really can't say anything bad about it. It was a gift from a family member. I'm not going to turn around and sell it, you know, or anything like that. But it's a blue bubblegum type fragrance. Let me see. Oh, I can't even smell it. Oh, there it is. I don't think the Paco Rabanne has ever got past their Invictus fragrances. This has similarities to Invictus. I'm sure there's probably a flanker of this that does not smell, but really Paco Rabanne, it's close to, this is an easy wear. It is quite familiar to, you know, a lot of people, but it does smell pretty good. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Up next, another very well-known designer fragrance, and this right here really is, I think, one of the last designers to kind of actually do something. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, this is the EDT. And it's crazy to think, you know, actually some of these bottles that I'm showing you, even this right here is like an original formulation, and this right here is an older formulation. So it's like, you know, maybe one day this will be actually really worth something. I don't know. But, you know, kind of one of the last daring, and there's been other fragrances. Never mind, let me clear this. Kind of just a last thing, because, you know, really after like 2016, all designers turned to crap. They all started releasing the same stuff, flanker after flanker after flanker, so on and so forth. EDP, Intense, Lay Intense, Elixir, Parfum, you know, you name it, so on and so forth. This, you know, kind of is, I think that Dolce & Gabbana, this is, and it's the one EDP as well, really is kind of some of the last ones to do anything, because this is a smoky, boozy, well, it is a little bit boozy, but it's very dry. It is dry. It's a smoky, boozy, but it's boozy, but it's dry at the same time. Tobacco, kind of, maybe a little bit, kind of spicy. Not spicy as in like hot, but it does have like some spices, like some nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff in there. Actually does some of it quite well. It's really not as bad as I think some people have made it out to be, but it really is a good fragrance. I like it. So let's go on to one easy grab. 4 more. Let's see which one I want to pull up. Kind of a hidden gem. Costume National Homme. It's the Paco Rabanne, not Paco Rabanne. This is a Dominic Ropion fragrance. Dominic Ropion being a great perfumer. And this, to me, this right here is I don't want to say cologne, but this is a lower priced Frederick Malle Dries Van Noten. This right here, it has the patchouli, it has the vanilla, it has the cookie kind of vibe to it. This right here does have some dried woods in it, but this right here is kind of similar to it. It's really good to wear, very easy to wear. I recommend it. Up next is really the fragrance that has made me sick in the past. Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir for him. This is an EDT, and I don't even think it actually comes in this style bottle anymore. Actually, it's a really good blue fragrance. If you want a blue fragrance that is different from Bleu de Chanel, YSL, Dior Sauvage, if you want something different, wear this. You know, I might actually make it my scent of the day if it doesn't make me sick. Has a good sprayer on it. You know, it has that classic kind of Narciso Rodriguez concrete cement type smell to it, but it still is a blue fragrance. But I'm not sure what made me sick in it. If it makes me sick, I might document it today, but it is what it is. It's a good smelling fragrance. I like it. Last but not least is some heavy hitters. Some easy, and I'm not really saying much about these fragrances because they really just are what they are. They're just easy to wear, good fragrances. There's not a lot of depth to a lot of them, like with this one, Dries Van Noten. Dries Van Noten, I think, has more depth than this, but you know, this is just a good substitute if you don't feel like spending $500. You can buy this under $100 on a Dries Van Noten. Up next, this one right here has been reformulated and repackaged. This is a good cherry, vanilla, leather, almondy fragrance. L'Homme Ideal EDP. Lasts all day. Lasts like 12 hours. Ladies love it. My mama, she says she likes the smell of it. This right here, in high school, I went through a pretty treacherous breakup, or was for me at least. And the last time me and that girl ever like talked, you know, I was into perfume. I was heavy into fragrances at the time, and I think she smelt me, and she said I smelt good, and we just kind of, you know, I guess we just kind of understood that, you know, she won't ever have that again. So here we go. It's a good one, and also this right here has a very heavy in tonka. This is I forgot to mention that this is cherry, vanilla, leather, almond, and tonka. Tonka, this is heavy in tonka bean. So if you don't have the money for Fab Delicious, if you don't have the money for Tonka Imperial, you know, this is not a cologne. It's not really extremely close to either. But you can find this for around $100. Even some of these older bottles you can find for around $100. And you can get pretty darn close to Fab Delicious and kind of close to Tonka Imperial. Think about it. And last but not least, just an absolute monster banger of a fragrance. One of my favorite fragrances, one of my favorite date fragrances. Got turned on by Coach Rob 619 to this. If you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. Funny enough, Coach Rob 619 turned me on to this. The EDP, but this is an EDT. Who cares? I got this for, it's like under $50, which is really probably all it's worth. Last but not least, if you know what I'm talking about Dior Homme Intense. 150 ml bottle. I never thought I would get this much through it, but I did. Just amazing fragrance. A little bit of lavender, I don't like lavender. Just a little bit of lavender, iris, vanilla, cedar. Iris, vanilla, cedar. You know, that's really what it is. It has some facets of iris to bring out just a tad bit of leather maybe in the fragrance. Sweet, vanilla, leather, iris. That's all you really, or not, sorry, vanilla, cedar, and iris. Vanilla, cedar, and iris. You know, I'm not about layering, but in honor of Coach Rob 619. Oh, man. I tell this story sometimes, and, you know, all day projection. I can't speak on the newest stuff, but just, you know, I should have gotten the game earlier. Just saying. I'm not into layering fragrances, but in honor of Coach Rob 619. I'll wear that all day. I'll wear it all day. Might do it. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not into layering, but and this overshadows this. I mean, it really does. You get just a little bit of the tobacco and the kind of amber from this, but really, DHI destroys it, knocks it out of the park. So, hope everyone has a great day.